Hi, meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk mountain weather and ski conditions. And this is the on the snow before you go forecast. The first thing I'm going to start out with is my watch list as we head into the weekend. And it's kind of in order between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I would start if you're going to be skiing late this week. Look at the Pacific Northwest. That's where some of the biggest totals are going to be. Look at Revelstoke as well, that western aspect of Banff. And then as we kind of head into the weekend, Jackson Hole, Grand Targhee are going to be good bets, as I'll show you. Alta Snowbird, and even I threw in Steamboat. And I'll show you why with this Pacific, with this type of northwest flow that'll come out of the Pacific. One of the cameras I want to start out with is Breckenridge. Sunny day up there here in Colorado. I love Breck. It's one of the first places I learned how to ski way back in the day. They've got 180 inches for the season. What we need in Colorado is a lot more snow. We've slowly been creeping our way up as far as the snowpack goes, but boy, do we still need a lot more snow. All right, so let's jump into the analysis here. Radar satellite, notice where the blue is. I've talked about this yesterday with this low dropping south. It's really going to sacrifice itself to reestablish the jet stream into more of a northwest flow by the weekend. But you can see where the blue is right now. There's a low sliding through that area. And that low, and you kind of see the spin right in here, and I'll show it to you on the jet stream as well. But that area of low pressure, and there's a cold front too, will become a player in Colorado by tonight into Thursday. Thursday, if you're looking for powder, Colorado might be the place, and I'll show you why that is the case here in a second. But that's radar and satellite, and that'll bring us up to the current state of affairs. So overall, when you look at the pattern of snow accumulation over the next 5 to 7 days, and this is the big map here. What I'm showing you is a total accumulation by Sunday. Look to the bright areas, the magentas, the whites. That's where most of the snow is going to be had. And you can see that is sort of in response to what will establish itself by the weekend, which is that northwest flow across the west. I'm thinking 2 to 4 feet up there, for example, in the Pacific Northwest. Now, in the northeast, there is going to be an Alberta clipper first with some light snow, but throughout the weekend there's one low that's kind of a bigger low that comes through. But the problem with it is in the northeast, it's going to be a warmer low. So it may start as snow, but then it's going to go over to a mix and then probably over to rain by the end of that storm, unfortunately, in the northeast. So it's just not quite cold enough as that low comes in. So my hot spot for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is really going to be across the west. So there's the jet. You can see the dip in it. That's the low coming through right now. That will end up in southern Colorado by tonight into Thursday morning and become a player in Colorado. But that's what really helps the jet to reorient itself. Now look at the clock. This is by Saturday. It's a totally different pattern on this. This is more of a west-northwest flow type pattern with the jet colder, better snow accumulation, better orographics in some places. Let me show you. Okay, so here's the future radar. I'm going to push this between today and into tomorrow. This is tomorrow morning. There is a low. Look at that in Colorado that kind of reestablishes itself. It kind of goes through cyclogenesis and is born there as it drops down from the high peaks onto the eastern plains. The best totals are going to be on the continental divide of Colorado and east. They're going to tilt down with this type of setup. And then you've got a big break in the action behind that, and we're going to have to wait as the jet, there it is, reorients itself, and you've got a beautiful northwest flow establishing itself on Friday morning. That's what's going to crank out some of those totals in those areas. By Saturday morning, we're looking at nice snow through parts of Idaho, the Tetons, the Wasatch, and even into the central and northern mountains of Colorado. Love to see that colder air. By Sunday morning, it's just finishing up. Some of that last snow is pushing through Colorado, and we've got another low that's hitting the Pacific Northwest. So that'll become a player as we kind of roll from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for the West, but that's next week. So accumulation numbers look like this. If you were skiing on Thursday, I would go look into Colorado, and a couple of resorts come to mind because it's going to be divide east. I'd look at Loveland, I'd look at Winter Park, and especially Eldora with these type of front range setups. Now, as we kind of roll Thursday into Friday, this is the view on the accumulation map. So by Friday morning, we've started to see the numbers tick up in Jackson Hole, Grand Targhee. Schweitzer is a place you want to look at on Friday. Revelstoke on Friday. Baker, Whistler, Blackcomb, Rainier, down to Timberline and Stevens Pass by Friday morning. Then the numbers come up even more between Friday and Saturday morning. Take a look at the accumulation numbers on Saturday. Great opportunity here for powder. I would look at Jackson Hole. I would look at Alta, Snowbird, Brighton, Solitude, Park City, all of those areas along the Wasatch for Saturday morning. I would start to focus on Steamboat on Saturday and Sunday in Colorado. I'm really curious to see how much of this northwest flow establishes itself correctly and you get that right wind direction. I don't know for sure if that's going to happen for Steamboat, but it's possible. That's why I put it on my list. And look at those big totals by Saturday morning up in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, let's take this from Saturday midday, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night into Sunday. So if you're looking for the grand totals by Sunday, this is what I'm expecting by Sunday morning. So you can see some of the bigger totals here by Sunday morning. Look at Jackson, we've added a few more inches and we're reaching some of those totals in the Wasatch, 14 to 17 inches right there. That looks pretty good. What about the Northeast? Okay, so you'll get a little bit of snow with a clipper and then a larger low comes through, but like I was saying, it's going to end up being warmer by the end of that storm and that will cut down on the accumulations, but nonetheless, grand totals by Sunday afternoon, Sunday night could range anywhere from 1 to 6 inches at the ski areas. All right, have a great weekend. And again, this is the On the Snow Before You Go forecast. Appreciate you tuning in here.